Hello, everyone. Welcome to Chit Chat, a chance for us to get together for a few minutes during your week and share life together. Usually these last about 10 to 12 minutes or so, do my best not to keep you too long. This weekend, I was thinking some songs that I really like to help me out during tough times, and one of the songs I'll be sharing with you today about is Praise You in the Storm, a song by Casting Crowns. And I'll give you a little bio about myself. I was raised in a great family. My parents have been together for over 50 years. Had a really good upbringing, a younger brother, and I was always in the straight and narrow. My dad was a volunteer fireman. My mom worked for the school district, so I really couldn't get in trouble either way. Outside the school or in school, my parents would always find out. And so I had a very good upbringing. But during my life, a few things happened. I was hit by a drunk driver coming home from a girlfriend's house, and to this day, I don't know how I walked away from that accident. I still can. I remember the car I was driving, a little Renault, and it happened by my basketball coach's house. And he came running out telling me it wasn't my fault. I survived that one. I wrecked on my honeymoon. The night I got married, I checked my wife into a hotel, went across the street, still my tuxedo, got some snacks and goodies. I was coming back and head-on collision with someone. I hit my head in the windshield, had a little poker knot on my head. But I ran in the hotel, told my wife I was fine. I came back out, and the paramedics showed up, and they put me on a gurney and took me to a hospital. So, back in 2012, our home was foreclosed, and through all these little trials and tribulations, I've known Jesus all my life, and I've been in church all my life. I've done my best to stay on the straight and narrow, and I've always done my best to act as Christ-like. I know I don't sometimes, but I think a gift He has given me is encouragement and encouraging people. So I've been through some trials and tribulations, and I've definitely used this song, Praise You in the Storm, for multiple things in my life, and used it to go back on and really listen to the lyrics. And so I want to challenge you, if you're going through some struggles, some very difficult times right now, and not sure where to turn to the song, listen to the song, and let the words hit your heart. And so I believe this song could be an encouragement to you, especially in this time we're going in. We're in 2021, and it sure feels like 2020 still. And so we all have our own little storms of life we're going through. And how do you deal with those storms? How do you get through those? Do you mope? Do you go through bouts of depression, anxiety, or do you put the boxing gloves on and you fight through them? Now, you can't fight every storm, and you can't defeat every storm, but God is with you through every storm you face. And I always hear that through every storm, there's always sunshine at the end of each storm. And so, if you have been fortunate enough to get through some tough times and fought some battles in your life and successively had fought those, say addictions or alcoholism or fill in the blank, whatever it is, you can use those stepping stones to share with somebody else who was struggling, who was kind of one step forward, two steps back kind of mentality of what they've been going through. I really want to challenge you to share with people who may have the same problems or struggles you have had or are having, and help them through that. You can be an encouragement to someone just as well as I can. It's like the old pay it forward mentality. I've seen the movie Pay It Forward, where the young man shows about paying it forward in a gift or a kind deed, how it can multiply exponentially throughout the world. And so that song, Praise You in the Storm. God will be with you. God is with you through every storm. And when you put your eyes on Him, and when you put your hands up or open your heart and say, God, I can't get this through the storm without you. I need your direction. I need your compass to help me get through this. I need your guidance. He will be the lighthouse for you to help you through those storms. My mom has a lot of lighthouses in her house, and little figurines and whatnot. And I always think, I love seeing lighthouses here in Washington State. When we go to the beach or to the ocean or something, you may see one here and there. And they are so bright. And when ships are out at sea, going through some major storms and visibility is pretty low, those lighthouses are a lifeline to people who are on ships, boats, and whatnot. And so when you use the mentality as Jesus and Father God is the lighthouse, and you look to Him and go, He will guide you away from the rocks, away from the land, so you don't go ashore and puncture a hole in your boat. But keep your eyes on the lighthouse, and during these storms, He will be with you. So, Praise You in the Storm by Casting Crowns is such a powerful song, and the lyrics just really speak to you. So I want to challenge you to find that song and really meditate on it today, tomorrow, this week. There's a story about a father and daughter having a conversation. The daughter was struggling and some difficulties in her life and just didn't know what to do. And she just kind of felt that life was just beating her up. And so her father invited her downstairs, and he was a chef. And so he put his chef's hat on, and he filled 3 pots of water and placed each on high fire. One of the 3 pots he had placed had a potato in it. One pot had an egg, and the second pot had coffee beans. The girl became very curious on what the connection between a potato, an egg, and coffee beans had to do with her problem. But she kept silent and kind of watched her father do what he was going to do. And the father then laid all these out as they boiled. The daughter moaned impatiently, just waiting for just to get done with. And after 20 minutes, he turned the burners off. He took the potato out and placed it on a glass bowl. He put the egg and placed it in another bowl, and afterwards he ladled up some coffee and put it in a coffee mug. He turned around and says, "What do you see?" She says, "Potatoes, an egg, and coffee." He said, "Look closer. Touch the potato." The potato, she said, is soft. He asked her to touch the egg and break it. And pulling it off the shell, she observed a hard-boiled egg. And finally, he asked her to smell the coffee. She said, "Dad, what does this mean?" I'm still not getting what you're trying to communicate, she said. He then explained that the potato, the egg, and the coffee each had faced some adversity. The boiling water, however, each one of them reacted differently. The potato went in strong and hard and unrelenting, but in boiling water it became soft and weak. That egg was fragile, and within the shell, a thin outer shell protecting its liquid interior, while in the boiling water it became soft. The inside of the egg became hard. However, the coffee beans were unique. After exposing to the boiling water, they changed the water, created something new, which has taste and smell. And she goes, when adversity knocks at your door, how do you respond? Are you a potato? Are you an egg? Or a coffee bean? The girl gave a solution to her problems that the result would be dependent on her response to the problems she was facing. I'll challenge you. What are you? Are you a potato? Are you an egg? Or are you a coffee bean? Really a great analogy to look at as we go through life, as each of us face different adversities. What you could be going through, I might not be going through. What I'm going through, you might have gone through, or a small version of that. And so we as people each have our own problems, our own adversities we face, struggles, and to maneuver through those. Nothing's easy. No problem you face is easy or be a quick solution. Sometimes it takes days, weeks, months, even years to get through some of those adversities and struggles you're going through. So I highly recommend kind of reevaluate where you're at. That'll be a great little story to share with you. Next story. Proverbs 3:5-6, it says, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and do not lean on your own understanding. In all ways acknowledge Him, and He will make your path straight." Now we're going to break this verse down just a little bit. Trust in the Lord. What does that mean? It means put your faith and your hope and your trust in Him, and He will guide you. He will lead you if you let Him. With all your heart, not just a part of you, but you're trusting that the Lord will keep you and protect you. And when you go to Him and you give Him your problems, your worries, your cares, He will help you through those problems you are going through. Okay? Lean on your own. Do not lean on your own understanding. Sometimes we think we get it all made. We get it all. We can do it ourselves. This tells us, lean on the strong arms of God. He will help you and protect you. In all ways, acknowledge Him. Not some ways, not some of the time. I know I falter in that so bad. I pray. I when things are going well, sometimes I'm happy-go-lucky, and when things are struggling and things are going bad and this happens and that happens, that's when I break that glass of prayer and I start, "Dear Lord, dear Lord, dear Lord, dear Lord." When in actuality, I should be in prayer all the time. I should be thanking God for the blessings and thanking God for the struggles and acknowledging Him that He will help me through those certain situations. He will make your path straight. Sometimes our past to Him. Actually, I'll rephrase that. A lot of times our past to Him are up and down, like an EKG line, going up and down, up and down, up and down, 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 up, up, up. And so we just gotta keep focused on Him and keep He is there. And I've said this time and time again. Prayer is like 7-Eleven. It's open 365, 24 hours a day. When you go to Him in prayer, you are talking to the Almighty, the Creator, the one who brought life into everything. Everything. So use this verse when you are struggling. And I'll read it again. Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and do not lean on your own understanding. In all ways acknowledge Him, and He will make your path straight. He will make your path straight. So whatever your struggles are, when you go to Him in prayer and you say, God, can you help me in this situation? I need help in this situation. I'm lost. I'm struggling. I'm broken. He will lift you up. He will protect you. He will guide you. I want to challenge you this week, this year, to look to Him in the greatest of times, in those hard days you may face, whatever struggles you're going through. Look to the lighthouse. He will guide you home. He has guided many home. Many people who have struggled, who have lost hope, who have lost everything, have come back to Jesus. Thank you for joining today. Thank you for taking a few minutes out of your busy schedule, your busy day to find this podcast. And if I encourage one person, if I can lift up one person who is struggling, who is going through some tough times, that's my calling, is to encourage people. If you're able to pray or share some struggles you're going through, you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and if you know me personally, you can call me or text me, and I'd love to talk to you and share with you and pray for you and whatever you're going through. I want to ask you to pray for this country, what we're going through right now. Pray for healing for our nation, and look to Him in all things. Those bright sunny days like I'm looking at today, great sunny morning, and even those stormy days where the storms come rolling in, praise Him in those too. God bless, take care. Thank you for listening to Chit Chat. See you next week. This is Chit Chat.